Today, we're uncovering the hidden world of birds during heat waves, how their bodies work, how they stay alive when temperatures soar, and how a simple garden can become the difference between life and death. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a bird bath, a shady tree, or even a small bowl of water the same way again. Imagine it's the middle of a summer afternoon. The sun is blazing, the ground radiates heat, the air barely moves. For humans, it's uncomfortable. For a small bird, it can be dangerous. Very dangerous. Birds actually run hotter than humans. A healthy bird's body temperature is often around 40 to 42 degrees Celsius, or roughly 104 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. That means birds are already living close to temperatures that would make many mammals seriously ill. Now, imagine adding a heat wave on top of that. Suddenly, the bird's body faces a major challenge. How do you cool down when you're covered in feathers? At first glance, feathers seem like a terrible design for hot weather. After all, feathers trap heat. This is where the mystery begins. Scientists have discovered that feathers perform a surprising double role. In winter, they help keep birds warm. But during extreme heat, they also act as insulation against outside temperatures. Just as a well-insulated house stays cooler during summer, feathers can help slow down heat entering the body. Many birds actually fluff certain feathers to create protective layers of trapped air. It's one of nature's clever balancing acts. But insulation alone isn't enough. Eventually, the bird must get rid of excess heat. And unlike humans, birds don't sweat. Not at all. So how do they cool themselves? The answer is happening right under their beaks. If you've ever seen a bird sitting with its beak open on a hot day, you may have thought it was thirsty. Sometimes it is. But often it's doing something far more important. It's cooling itself. Scientists call this panting, just like a dog. The bird rapidly evaporates moisture from its mouth and respiratory system. As the water evaporates, heat leaves the body. It's remarkably effective. Some species take this even further. Certain birds perform a behaviour called gular fluttering. The thin tissues inside the throat vibrate extremely rapidly. Hundreds of tiny movements every minute. This increases evaporation while using surprisingly little energy. To human eyes, it can look almost invisible, but it may be helping the bird survive. Imagine a hidden cooling system built directly into the throat. That's exactly what evolution created. And yet even these remarkable adaptations have limits, because cooling requires water. And during a heat wave, water can become scarce. This is where the story becomes even more dramatic. A small songbird can lose a significant percentage of its body water in a single hot day. For an animal weighing only a few grams, dehydration arrives quickly, much faster than most people realise. This is why birds become masters of timing. If you wake up early enough, you'll notice something fascinating. Bird activity explodes shortly after sunrise. Birds rush to feed, rush to drink, rush to gather resources. It's almost as if they know a deadline is approaching, because they do. The cooler morning hours are precious. Food can be collected with less risk of overheating. Water can be found before evaporation reduces supplies. Energy can be stored before the dangerous afternoon arrives. Then something changes. As temperatures rise, many birds disappear from view. This is one of the most misunderstood moments in nature. People often assume the birds have left, but most are still nearby, hidden, waiting, surviving. Researchers have found that birds actively seek cooler microhabitats. Dense shrubs, thick hedges, evergreen trees, shaded understory vegetation. These locations can be dramatically cooler than exposed areas only a few metres away. To a tiny bird, that temperature difference can mean survival. In some cases, scientists have measured surprisingly large temperature gaps between shaded vegetation and open sunlit ground. Birds know exactly where those cooler pockets exist. They've spent their lives learning them. And during a heat wave, they become refugees, safe zones hidden throughout the landscape. But perhaps the most fascinating strategy of all involves water. If you've ever watched birds bathing, you've probably noticed how much they seem to enjoy it. Splashing, diving, shaking droplets everywhere. It almost looks playful. But there's a deeper reason. Bathing helps cool the body. Water trapped among feathers can increase heat loss as it evaporates. Many birds will visit birdbaths repeatedly during hot weather, not only to drink, but to cool themselves. And here's where garden owners unknowingly become part of the story. Because in many neighbourhoods, there may be only a handful of reliable water sources. A single birdbath can become a vital oasis, a lifeline used by dozens of animals every day. Birds, squirrels, butterflies, bees, even small mammals that emerge after dark. Your garden may become one of the most important places in the local ecosystem. And most people never realise it. Scientists studying urban wildlife have repeatedly found that water availability strongly influences animal survival during periods of extreme heat. As global temperatures rise and heat waves become more frequent in many regions, access to water is becoming increasingly important. But helping birds involves much more than providing water. Let's return to the mystery of where birds disappear during the hottest hours. The answer often lies in shade. Natural shade, living shade, native vegetation. These aren't simply decorations. They're climate control systems. A mature tree can dramatically reduce temperatures beneath its canopy. For birds, that shade functions like an emergency shelter. Unfortunately, many modern gardens remove exactly the features birds need most. Open lawns, large paved surfaces, minimal vegetation, few hiding places. Beautiful to some humans, but potentially dangerous for wildlife during extreme heat. By contrast, gardens with layered vegetation create cooling zones. Tall trees, medium shrubs, ground cover, multiple levels of shelter. These environments support birds not only during heat waves, but throughout the year. And the benefits extend far beyond temperature. Shelter reduces stress, provides protection from predators, supports insects that birds feed on, creates nesting opportunities. One change can improve an entire ecosystem. Now here's something most people don't know. Food itself can become part of the heat problem. Many birds reduce activity during the hottest part of the day because searching for food generates body heat. Every movement costs energy. Every flight produces heat. Sometimes remaining still is the smartest survival strategy. In a sense, birds become experts at energy management. They know when to move, when to hide, when to feed, when to rest. It's a delicate balancing act that scientists are still trying to fully understand. And despite all these adaptations, heat waves remain dangerous, especially for young birds. Nestlings face unique challenges. Unlike adults, they cannot simply fly to a cooler location. They depend on nest placement, parental care, and the surrounding environment. Research has shown that extreme heat can reduce nesting success in some bird populations. Young birds are often among the most vulnerable members of the ecosystem, which makes habitat quality even more important. Every shaded tree, every dense shrub, every water source, it all matters. So what can we actually do? The good news is that helping birds doesn't require expensive equipment. In many cases, simple actions have enormous impact. Provide clean, shallow water. Keep birdbaths fresh. Place them where birds can quickly reach nearby cover. Add native shrubs. Protect mature trees whenever possible. Create layers of vegetation. Leave areas where wildlife can shelter from the sun. And if you have feeders, remember that water may be even more valuable during extreme heat. Sometimes the smallest action creates the biggest difference. A bowl of water, a patch of shade, a native shrub. To us, they seem insignificant. To a thirsty bird on a 38-degree day, they may be everything. The next time a heat wave arrives, step outside around midday. Listen carefully. Notice how quiet the garden becomes. Notice how the birds seem to vanish. Now you'll know the truth. They haven't disappeared. They're hiding among leaves, resting in cool shadows, panting quietly, conserving energy, waiting for the evening. Using survival strategies refined through millions of years of evolution. And when the sun finally begins to sink, something magical happens. The shadows grow longer. The air cools. The first calls return. One bird emerges, then another. The garden comes back to life, as if nothing happened. But now you know what those birds endured. The invisible struggle hidden within every heat wave, the remarkable biology that keeps them alive, and the simple ways we can help. Because every summer, all around us, countless tiny survivors are fighting a battle we rarely see. A battle against the sun itself. And sometimes, the difference between survival and disaster can be found in something as simple as a garden filled with shade, water, and care.